The student index displays a list of all the students you've added to Tonic Tutor. Each student has an entry on the list where you can change all of their settings. Adam's information bar is currently at the top of the list. His name button is gray, and underneath his name you can see his login and password information, which means that he hasn't activated his account yet. To get Adam up and running, I need to give him his login and password. Once he's logged in, his information bar will look more like Alex's. You can see that Alex's activation information has been replaced with a weekly progress bar, and the button with his name on it is white. The student index gives you a lot of information. It's your portal to all of Tonic Tutor's features. To start with, let's take a quick look at each of the buttons on the information bar, and we can go over them in more detail later in the tutorial. Clicking on the student's name will take me to the Student Options page, where I can change a student's name, reset his or her password, view his or her achievements, and so on. Next to the Name button is the Group button. Adam doesn't have a group, so the button is gray. If I click on it, I can assign Adam to any existing group or create a new group. Alex has already been assigned to the Beginners group, so his button is a different color. If I click on Alex's Group button, I can remove him from the Beginners group or assign him to a different group. Find out more about the student group options in the student group tutorial. Next is the Lessons button. Here you can assign or edit weekly lessons. The button will be gray if no lesson is assigned, but we've already assigned Adam a lesson, so his button is yellow. If I click on it, I will be taken to the Edit Lesson page where I can customize his weekly lesson if I want to. Because Alex is in a group, he's assigned the same lesson as everyone else in his group. I can click on the Edit Group Lesson button and make changes that will affect all the students in the Beginners group. If I want to assign Alex an individual lesson, I would first need to click on the Group button and remove him from the Beginners group. The next button lets you edit Adam's lesson day and time. His weekly lesson resets on the day that's indicated here. If you haven't assigned a day and time, the default day is set to Monday. If a student has sent you a message, the mail icon will appear on the right side of the student bar. Alex has sent me a message. I can click on the mail icon to see what he sent and reply. Otherwise, you'll see a send message icon. Now let's look at the features of the student index in more detail. The student index allows you to monitor how much progress each student has made on his or her lesson using the weekly progress bar. At the moment, Alex is halfway through his lesson, which is indicated by the length and color of the bar. Adam's progress bar will appear after he's activated his account. At the bottom right of the student bar is the View Stats button. If I click here, I'll be able to see the student's current scores as well as their stats history. If I'm impressed with a student's scores, I can reward him or her by sending a virtual sticker. You can find out more by watching the Statistics and Motivate Your Students tutorials. I can sort my student index in a variety of ways by clicking the Sort buttons at the top of the list. For example, if I click on the Group Sort button, an icon will appear to show how the list is being displayed. Right now, all of my students without a group are at the top of the list. If I click on it again, I'll see the students with the groups first. I can also sort by student name, by my weekly schedule, or by who has sent messages. If I click on the words Weekly Progress in any of the students' information bars, I can also sort the list by their current progress. Each page of the student index contains a maximum of 10 students. I have more than 10 students, so my list is divided into different pages. I can tell which page I'm on, or switch pages, by looking at the page numbers at the top or bottom. The 1 is dark blue, indicating that right now I'm on page 1.